know, out of 1.5 million people in the city of Philadelphia, that it has been reported that 350,000 of them have a felony on their record? So imagine if you take children and senior citizens out of that number, that your working population in the city, about 50% of it has a felony offense.
Took a class in jail called Save the Youth. That's something I've always been interested in. I've always been good with kids, like helping kids and dealing with kids and everything. It's like, so you know, when I took this program, it sparked the fire under me. Like, you know, this is something that we need. We need something where these kids, somebody that these kids listen to. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I could sit down and tell them and show them that I've been through that, I did that already. You know what I'm saying? We did this. Like, that's not it. That's not the right way to go. The right way is to go here.
Hello, good afternoon. Hi, I'm Reverend Michelle Simmons, and I'm the founder and the Chief Executive Officer of Why Not Prosper. My background is that this beautiful organization was birthed from my adversities. I was, you know, had a lot of childhood trauma, and consequently, Why Not Prosper was founded.
In my incarceration, I had to do a victims awareness class, a thinking for a change, violence prevention, parenting classes, and for my first 6 months, I was in a cell 23 hours a day. So I was like reading my Bible, praying, exercising, doing push-ups off the toilet, and I was revived, you know, and I was transformed, and I had to unlearn everything I had learned, and I had to relearn.
And so what we do at Why Not Prosper is a transitional house for formerly incarcerated women. And so here at Why Not Prosper, I just try to let the women know that they can make it no matter what they've been through. I try to be that support system along with SWAG, Sisters with a Goal. Those are formerly incarcerated women that's on the front line fighting for equal justice as it relates to health care, as it relates to racial barriers, as it relates to parental rights, as it relates to health care. SWAG is definitely on the front line. I'm the founder, and my vision and my goal is to duplicate myself, okay? And to make sure that every woman in prison, coming home from prison, at risk of going to prison, know that help is around.
My passion really football, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, like, I coach Little League football and everything, you know what I'm saying? Inner City Warriors, you know what I'm saying? Been there for about 2 years now since I came home. Coaching Little League football, man, mean a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like, because, you know, now that we so deep into the season, these kids really looking up to us. Like, they can't wait to come to football practice and laugh and joke and play with us, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, like, yeah, I love it. We start the playoffs actually tomorrow. It's our first playoff game, so, you know, hopefully we win that, and we trying to make it to Florida. But, man, it's heavy, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, you know, you see it. And you get to see that you got all these kids that you got, you know what I'm saying, listening to you and following you. And you see the different attitudes. You see, you know what I'm saying, some of them don't want to listen, some of them want to talk back, you know, some of them, like, you know, it's a challenge to really get them to see that.
I wrote 2 books while I was in there. So my case manager was a published author, and he ended up telling me if he was to see that I was serious about, you know, change and transformation, that he would publish my books, and he did. And eventually, I got my books back into the prison. So I've been working in the prison system since 2012. You know, just teaching, thinking for a change, life skills, self-esteem, anger management, violence prevention, and my books. And I'm like, pinch me, is this even real?
Oh my God! We want to launch Prosper Park on August 28th, 2026. And guess what that date is? Our 25-year anniversary. Wouldn't that be awesome? To cut the ribbon and open up the Prosper Park on our anniversary and have a big outside thing at Prosper Park. So we're praying. Yes. Yay. We're going to have a statue built for the Why Not Prosper of leaving a legacy. The bike trail going to go down to the front. Again, you'll have QR codes that everything could talk. And it's just going to be just so beautiful, the Prosper Park.
So Prosper Park's going to tell the story of Why Not Prosper?
Yes.
And then it's going to uplift women heroes or sheroes of Philadelphia. Yes. By walking or sitting in the park.
That's right. And then what we're thinking about now is we're looking at how we're going to measure the success of the park. So like in Paris, people bring a key and put it on the gate. But we're thinking about making a cage and people put a pebble in there. Okay, and so we can measure how many people are coming. So people from all around the world are going to be coming to Prosper Park. Talk dirty to me, come on. I'll be dirty, but that's.
But talk to you.
I talk dirty. I know. So that's.
You got Nah over here shaking their head.
All right, Nah. And so that is the vision for Prosper Park.
And it's always been like a major goal of mine to actually start a non-profit organization to help the youth. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we can help them with.
First, providing a space for youth with social and educational resources such as food, computers, and etc. The second, providing the youth mentorship, leadership programs to set children on positive paths. These solutions are absolutely vital to ensure that at-risk children are set on a good, positive path with the necessary resources and support to carry out these services.
That's a real big passion of mine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I think that's what they need. They need something where they're at, where they're from. Sports could be a gateway to get what you want. You know what I'm saying? It might be a gateway to get you into college to be able to become a doctor or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you don't have to go the same route that a lot of us have taken. You know what I'm saying? A lot of mistakes that we could have avoided if somebody would have just said, "Oh, no, come here, sit down, listen." I went to jail in 2008. I come back 2020. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I done been hearing all these stories from the in-between time of what's going on in the city, you know, how they acting out here, you know, so like, you know, ain't no telling what they expect when you come back around this type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, it was exciting, you know what I'm saying, but it was scary in the same token because now all these kids that's growing up and doing all the shooting, acting crazy, they don't know nobody no more for real because all the older guys is in jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like it was no structure, it was no discipline, it was no principles out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I understood that, you know. So that's one of the things that motivated me to make sure that I just stay out the way and stay out here because yeah, it was scary.
You know, coming home and you get a lot of rules. You're on probation, you're on parole. They're saying if you don't have a job in 2 weeks, you know, it could be a violation of parole. You could go back and then nobody's hiring you because of your record. And they you know, that systematic stuff of not being, if you don't have the skills to get a job, if you never even filled out an application, like you got to know better to do better. And a lot of people doesn't know better. You're all categorized, get out, get a job, get a house, stay productive, or go back to jail. Mm-hmm. And if you don't know how to do that, you could easily fall right back into the system.
I didn't know what to expect when I was coming out here. I lost a lot. You know what I'm saying? My mother and my grandmother died while I was in jail. You know what I'm saying? Like my great-grandmother, she was pushing 90 years old, so we already knew she only had so much time because of all of her health issues. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it was more so like, all right, now I'm grown up. I got to figure out, like, I can't be out here because I don't want to go back to jail, of course. So now we got to figure out what we're going to do to stay out of jail, how we're going to function with my major support system going.
Housing is major. Like, if you feel like you're going to be homeless, that doesn't make you, you know, enthusiastic about life. You know, homelessness, not, you know, you can build another stadium, you can put your money into this, but what about housing? Housing is very important, you know, and it's a big barrier for somebody coming home saying, oh my gosh, what am I going to do if I'm homeless?
But Reentry is a model city. People come from miles around to see what Reentry is doing in Philadelphia and to implement some of our models. However, when the ladies are released, they don't know where these resources are. There's a duplicate of services. So there's plenty jobs here. There's plenty of people fighting for the rights for formerly incarcerated. There's plenty housing here. Why Not Prosper has about 6 or 7 open beds, and we always keep 5 or 6 emergency beds available. So Reentry is very present in Philadelphia.
In Philadelphia, there is a lot of help. There's a lot of help. If you just come here and say, oh, I was in Philly and there was just no reentry help, there's a lot of help in Philadelphia for reentry. And there is a process. Just because you want housing and employment doesn't mean it magically falls out of the sky. There's a process with it. And I think sometimes when you're coming from prison and it's like, hurry up, wait, in jail anyway, that's the kind of atmosphere it is, hurry up and wait. Coming home, you're expecting things to happen much faster. And if you don't have endurance or perseverance or determination or persistence, you can easily fall back into nothingness. Support is the biggest thing you need coming home.